so pleased at First Point Volleyball Foundation to be able to present a grant of $100,000 to Northern Kentucky University and celebrate today the announcement of a new Division I men's program. And it is an honor to work with President Short Thompson and Director of Athletics Volleyball with a school that wants to really grow using and with and through athletics. And so exciting to also note the history around not just the recent growth of our sport, but it's noteworthy that this particular institution is the first Division I public university to announce the addition of men's volleyball in over 2 decades. And it comes during a week when 2 public universities have added announcements that they will be adding what's now the fastest growing collegiate sport in the country, men's volleyball. And that's Maryland Eastern Shore as well, who's the first Division I HBCU. But the fact that both of those are public universities is very noteworthy. And I think the popularity of boys volleyball in this area is exciting for NKU and what it will mean for the competitiveness of this program. Recently, high school boys volleyball was sanctioned by the states surrounding this institution. So Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana all voted within the last 18 months the high school federations to sanction high school boys volleyball. And so it's exploding in the area. And so I think this will be a very competitive program very quickly. Well, there's currently 28 Division I men's volleyball programs, and with this week now 2 more Division I programs announced, 30 opportunities. And for boys in this area to have the opportunity to play at a public institution like NKU means that you can play at on a national stage in a program that can compete for championships, and have your families be able to watch you play. And that matters. And at the same time, this is a global sport. So it's volleyball, and volleyball is the #1 team sport in America for girls. So on the girls' side in youth, it's bigger than softball and basketball and soccer. And now on the boys' side, it's the fastest growing team sport in America for boys by far. So in the last 6 years, high school boys volleyball has grown by 20%. And if you look at the collegiate realm, it's 44% growth of NCAA in the last 6 years. So many opportunities for boys to play. And then lastly, it's a global sport, meaning there will be men from all over the world, and certainly all over the U.S., who want to come to NKU and play volleyball. West Coast applicants, East Coast applicants, Midwest applicants, and now really talented boys in this area as well. So this is a dynamic sport. It's high flying, it's explosive, bombs of serves coming into this arena, which I think is going to be exciting for fans. The rallies are getting longer and longer because the skill level is improving in youth boys volleyball. So I think you have this exhilarating support, and in this kind of arena, this size arena, the community is going to be all fired up for this sport. When you see men's volleyball played live, you're hooked, and so I think there'll be a big fan base here in Missouri. A couple people I want to thank, acknowledgements. It is our privilege to partner again with USA Volleyball, who we have partnered with First Point Volleyball Foundation. First was co-founded by John Spraw, who's the head coach of the U.S. men's national team, and he's also the UCLA head coach. And I co-founded First Point in 2016 with John to grow the sport, particularly collegiate opportunities. And since then, we've started 40 new men's collegiate volleyball programs that are now funding 80 scholarships that did not exist before First Point started. And now 7 of those have been HBCUs. So USA Volleyball partnered with First Point in the past to start 7 of those historically black college programs. And now, this week, we've partnered with USA Volleyball again to fund these 2 new D1 programs, which is meaningful for students, obviously, for educational opportunities, but it's also meaningful for the pipeline that we're developing nationally in our youth national development programs and Olympic teams and national teams. So very excited and supportive and appreciative of this $100,000 grant that First Point Volleyball Foundation is making. $50,000 of that is coming from USA Volleyball to First Point, enabling us to make this generous grant. And then we have many donors that have been generous on our board, Probably most noteworthy to mention Glenn and Kathy Litsky and East Coast Volleyball, Marn and Kate Jaya, Scott and Adrian Stowell, Bruce and Christy Lincoln, Bill and Pat Andrew, Kelly and Pat Goodsill, Doug and Noni Beal, Don Brewster, Kathy DeBoer. We have a very generous group, and I'm forgetting some, I'm sure, because this is interview style and I'm not looking at my notes, but I can't tell you how meaningful it is for philanthropy and philanthropists to drive the growth and sustainability of Olympic sports. As we see the landscape change in Division I college sports, it's going to be philanthropy that's going to be vital to the growth and sustainability of Olympic sports. So there's been commitment from the ABCA, the Coaches Association, to fund First Point, and then JVA, the Junior Volleyball Association, has been an annual donor for now 6 years in a row, investing in an organization like First Point Volleyball Foundation to be intentional about growing the sport, both collegiately, high school, and in underrepresented communities. So we thank the philanthropists at the end of the day for this opportunity to partner with NKU. I think ultimately this is going to be a great opportunity for young men to mature and develop and grow through the sport of volleyball. This is going to be a blast. It should be a lot of fun to see this program evolve at NKU, but ultimately it's about 19-year-olds, right, who get the opportunity to have an educational experience at an institution like this and compete in this fast-growing sport. And I think through volleyball, you can mature and develop, and that's ultimately what's going to happen here. So exciting, but this is about student athletes too. I just want to keep that in mind.